Going on, guys? Ben Bergquam, America's Voice News, out here in the hot California sun. Got a special for you. This is the Great American Road Trip. We're taking you across the country and around America, telling you the stories that matter to America. This one, we're actually taken to the air. It's my first time going up in the air to see this from a bird's eye view. We're going to be heading down to the wall. We're just outside of El Centro, California. Do me a favor, share this video. Join us on this. I'm going to take you as far as we can before we run out of signal, and then we'll be capturing the rest of it from the plane. And then we'll be posting that a little bit later. What's up, Amy? All right, I want to show you the plane I'm going to be riding in here in just a second. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Yeah, you can feel that wind for sure, Mike. Okay.
I'll get the door.
All right.
So,
Yes, sir.
locked.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's important. Locked. Can you just leave that open?
All right. For all these that don't know, this is Mike Bennett. I love the sound of the headset. You guys can't hear this, but it just sounds so cool. So Mike, tell us what we're gonna see today.
Basically, we're gonna be over the wall section, very busy section, lots of miles of, basically, there's some sections of new wall where some issues are arising, and so we're gonna cover pretty much that. There's some deep a couple canyons that there was never a wall there.
Awesome. All right, guys, do me a favor, share this video, and we're about to take off.
Oh, radio check.
Check. Yep. 10-4. Gotcha.
So, just this is
Yep.
close?
Is that better? Okay. And thank you for joining us, everyone from America's Voice and Frontline America that love this country. You're just joining, you're just tuning in. It's a special broadcast. We're coming from
Density altitude 2,100, which calculates into takeoff. Density altitude gets too high, no matter what you do, you can't get off the ground. But we're good to go because it's a 5,000 foot runway.
and what does that mean? Is that the air density?
Yeah, density of the air. As the heat goes up, humidity goes up, it's harder to get the plane off the ground.
So cooler conditions are easier to take off in.
Cooler and fast.
Roger. I wish you guys could hear this headset. It sounds awesome. Actually, I'm gonna check. Hang on one second. Let me take it off and see if you can hear it. Say something, Mike.
Yeah, I'm doing a run up.
All right. What is that?
It checks the magnetos. Make sure the mags are working. That's all you check.
Yeah, I might want to put that on now. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yep.
All the way back. Lift up.
Yep. Gotcha.
All the way back.
All the way back.
All right. So you got it all.
Got it.
So when we get going, we're gonna come up the runway. Let's close the windows.
Okay.
Just as I start to take off, let's close the windows.
Okay.
Air traffic, Cessna 5457 Williams is departing 14 straight out south. Bureau County.
Does that just reduce drag? Make it easier to take off? Thank you, Amy, for sharing. What's going on, Denise? Or Dennis, excuse me. Again, guys, I'll keep this going. We're probably going to lose signal here in just a couple minutes. So if we do that, just stay tuned for more that we'll be bringing to you later in the day on America's Voice News. Flying over beautiful El Centro, California. Probably. Hey, there's one of those quote-unquote essential businesses, Walmart, who now across the country forces you to wear a mask. We're going to be talking about that too, COVID here in California, the impact of illegal immigration, what that's doing, how many illegals are coming over, bringing COVID with them. A lot to talk about in these next couple days. Yeah, there's still fire. Is this smoke from the Arizona fires, or is this just? I didn't realize how much farmland there was down here. It's like a mini Central Valley. A lot of alfalfa, a lot of hay. What are you trying to say about me?
Us. More me than you.
So those mountains are where we're heading? Wall.
He came out and yeah, he signed the wall. Not the latest one, where he went to MCAS Yuma. This is El Centro.
Shout out to the Blue Angels. Mark, is that any better? Can you guys hear me? Cannot hear. Better. Okay, Melissa says better. Check, check. There you go. Thank you, Mark. All right. Again, not sure how long the broadcast is going to last, just from a signal standpoint. We're going to be taking some aerial photography up here, doing some video, and then we'll be back on the ground, bringing it to you live, updates throughout the day.
Let's go down that way. Drop. rocks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What they're seeing is there's some
I know.
rotating rock.
I kind of like that.
For a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like we're really on a plane. It's weird how that does that, though. I wonder what the, you know, because the naked eye can't pick that up. But the,
so far, and then I go, okay, I need something else to try.
yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. My sweat is starting to evaporate. That's a cool shot right there. That's that mountain you're talking about?
Signal Peak. And right below Signal Peak is where the wall is. And a lot of people cross that mountain, southwest or right. And you see as we get up to the fire here, you see the wall way out there. That's about 15 miles long. The other peak on the other side.
So this, at the base of that Signal Mountain, or Signal Peak, that is the wall right there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the dark. And then you pull it all the way across. Right behind.
Yeah, we got it. So if you guys are just checking that out, that little dark ribbon at the bottom of that mountain right there, Signal Peak, that is the wall section here, running out of El Centro next to Mexicali. That town next to El Centro is Mexicali. And this is, there, whatever, 1.2 million population roughly in that area?
Actually, Mexico is the border town.
Right, Lexico, yeah.
Border town.
And this is where the hospitals here are starting to get overrun again. We're going to be talking to some medical professionals, which I'm sitting next to one of them, but over the next couple of days, the hospitals here, the last I heard, there's 100 or so ICU beds in the hospitals locally, but that accounts for the local population. But when you add in the 1.2 million people that are crossing illegally from Mexicali back here, that bed space runs out pretty quick. That wall just running out there in the desert now. Yeah, it looks good so far. That little ribbon right through the middle there, that is the wall.
That section has got a lot of little tricky ups and downs, so it was quite a deal for Army Corps to put that in, because it's really soft in there. They had to go down about 15 feet. That's pretty solid. I saw it. It's 3-foot wide concrete reinforced steel going down about 15 feet.
Well, that prevents a lot of the tunneling. Now, is that the 15 or 18-foot wall, or is that the new section of 25, 30-foot wall?
That one there is 430.
That's awesome. So it's pretty new then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from up here, it looks just like a little tiny ribbon, but that is a 30-foot high wall section down there. And that makes all the difference. That's actually, you're at critical fall height at that point. So people climbing over that, you fall from that height and you got a bad day, which hopefully prevents more people from trying to climb it, which we know it does. What ends up happening is, so again, thanks for joining Ben Bergquam, America's Voice News, up here with Mike Bennett, my PIC for the day. We're going to be traveling around bringing you guys cool stuff just like this. Great American Road Trip, taken to the air. America's Voice News, bringing you the news that most media won't bring you. Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
You asked about air conditioning.
Yeah.
Well, here's our air conditioning.
Original air conditioning. Just got to get up to 4,000 feet. What are we at now?
4,000 now, going to 4,500 just to clear the mountain here.
Yeah, let's make sure we do that, okay? Very cool, guys. And so a couple things we're gonna be talking about. There are some activity going on. This is a very active section, not just for illegal traffic, but also for some of those folks that aren't very happy with the wall. And we're gonna be checking some of that out. We're gonna be playing some of the video footage that was anonymously sent to me from last year when we were down in Yuma. We got another plane coming overhead. That's cool. Yeah, very cool. I didn't have time to flip the camera, I just had a plane. But we're gonna be going down where Yuma, we were there one weekend and there were over 900 people that came in illegally in that section alone. And we've got, again, some great aerial footage from that section from last year. Now that that 30-foot wall is put up, virtually it has stopped illegal traffic through there. But what happens is they go around the wall. So they go to the sections that haven't been built yet and they go through. That's why you see a lot of people upset that the wall is getting built, because the more wall that gets built, the easier it is Border Patrol, the easier Border Patrol has, the easier job a Border Patrol has to catch these guys. It funnels them down into the bottlenecks. That's why we need a continuous wall. So it's like 150 degrees down on the ground. It's really nice up here. Mike's really focused because he's flying. It's a good thing when your pilot's focused.
Okay, you see the sort of orangish yellow racetrack looking thing? Okay. Okay, so what that is, it's called a TFR, a temporary flight restriction. And I talked to the Border Patrol guys. They're actually testing their drones out right now. This is the Utah Desert down here. This is where I've been flying, before. I don't go into this area right now.
Right.
But yeah, this is very desolate out here, and this is where a lot of the U.S. people, the water drop people, they put canisters of water. Now they're going to have to put it at the ends of the wall. But anyway, you're not supposed to fly in that zone. Now you see my airplane is actually going into it, but it only goes up to 500 feet AGL. That's above ground level. Well, I'm more than that. So
if we were only 500 feet off the ground, we couldn't be flying there right now.
You're not supposed to fly in there. Yeah, they got drones operating.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so this and what Mike's talking about, for those of you that don't know, you can see. I'll just point down to the desert here. Actually, I'm going to point out the back of the window. A little better lighting there. So we have these leftist groups. They call themselves humanitarians, but really they're just invasion sympathizers. They're aiding and abetting. They need to be prosecuted, and thankfully some of them have started to be prosecuted, but unfortunately we have too many leftist federal judges out there that let them off. They go out and they actually put water and food and hygiene and all kinds of different stuff out in the desert. In the winter they put blankets and clothing, and all that does aid illegals crossing. Now they say they're doing it to prevent deaths. One of the groups called No More Deaths, because a lot of people trying to cross. You can see how desolate it is down there. Is that the Sonoran Desert? What desert is this? It's a desert, and it's hot. Utah?
BLM, not Black Lives Matter, but Bureau of Land Management.
Gotcha. And so, it's hot. If you're trying to cross there, it can get up to 120 degrees in the shade. And it is. It's not a good place to try to cross in the summertime. But the problem is now we have these lefty groups that go out there and make it easier for people to cross. And they're the same groups that are in Mexico training people on how to cross illegally. They're the same people. Again, I'll keep this going as long as we have a signal. But it's the same groups that are in Mexico training people on how to break into our country, telling them in the past that all you had to do was claim asylum able to get in, and that was working up until last year when the administration, thank God President Trump came along and actually started fighting back, unlike the rhinos, Republicans before him, and the Democrats who were aiding and abetting in the invasion before him. President Trump came up, the administration said, wait a second, we got all these illegals coming in. How do we, oh, yep, we got the end of the wall here, guys. I want to show you this. How do we stop them? So now we have the Remain in Mexico policy, which prevents people from just claiming asylum. Hang on a second, guys. I want to show you this. So if you guys can see right there, that's the new section going in, where you see the fence kind of in the center there, and it stops, and then you see the little bit of equipment. That's where it's all the new stuff's going in.
Yeah, I didn't even expect him to do that. There's a lot of drug traffickers that come through this corridor in here. A bunch of traffickers, and I hear the air and marine operations always picking up a bunch of people that get stranded down in here because they can't make it. So there's a lot of rescues. And that fence is going to save the taxpayer probably some money because it's going to keep most of them on the other side. They can't come through the valley.
Right, so basically they hide, they go through that little valley. You got mountains on both sides. You can see right there. And this is what the smugglers are looking for. You can zoom out a little bit here. So you see how there's a little valley in between those hills there. Smugglers are always looking for cover. And the more cover we can take away from them, the easier Border Patrol's job is. That's what Mike's talking about there. So they won't be able to go through that valley, so they have to come out to this open ground out here, which makes it easier to catch them as they're coming across. You can see though there's some prepping going on. It looks like even down there for more wall. The more wall, the better. We need it all, guys. And do me a favor, keep sharing this video. Coming up on the peak here. That's really cool. Look how slow it's going now. Look at the propellers cutting through there. That's cool.
We're going to turn off the engine and we're going to glide. No.
I was like, all right, cool. I trust you know what you're talking about.
Power off and get to altitude and then glide.
Yeah. It's like everyone, putting on masks and rebreathing their own CO2 and their bacteria because Fauci says so.
By the way, the PIC requires no mask. No mask. If you want one on, you can put one on, but we don't have masks. Just me and Ben.
We're family, Mike. We're family.
Whatever you get, I get.
Look, it's about being smart and reasonable and knowing your body, knowing yourself, and taking risk and taking whatever that level of risk that you're willing to take. I mean, that's what made America, was risk takers. The fact that we're living in an age. Were you say something?
No, I was just going to point out a set of windmills over there. Okay, that's Mexico. Mexico decided to put up a bunch of wind generator, wind power, AOC stuff, and I'm not sure how much power they're getting from those, but there's quite a few up there. So that's Mexico.
I wonder if they're subsidized like they are in the U.S. Those things don't make any money here. Wind power in America is completely useless. All it does is suck the taxpayers dry. I imagine it's the same in Mexico. Ironically, they're getting rid of power. The same people, AOC, they're getting rid of nuclear, which is one of the most efficient power, and large hydro. They're trying to get rid of hydroelectric power plants. What's going on, Gilbert? How you doing? Thanks for joining us on this little adventure today, bringing you up into the air. All right, so tell me when we're going to. We're going to switch cameras. Yep. Signal, might as well keep it going, huh? And do me a favor, guys, keep sharing this. The left doesn't want you to see this. Mainstream media doesn't want you to see this. Social media doesn't want you to see this. We have to bypass them. See that wall there? Now, I see where it stops on that little mountain. Is that just because it was too rugged to build there, or?
The weirdest thing. I've been up on that mountain right there, that road, and we just camped out for a while, and it's the weirdest thing. You know, there's a monument up there that marks the border, but I imagine they're going to close that up. But there's not a lot of illegal traffic going in that little section, so that's not really a high priority.
Right, and when they say, just so you guys know, when they say it's unbuildable, that's why we've got guys like Tommy Fisher who are now working on the wall, and anything can be done. And their motto, Fisher Industries' motto is, it might just take a little longer, but it all can be done. You see that little gap in the wall on the top of the mountain there.
Yeah, so right down in there, I've been there many times on the ground, and it's so easy to go around that spot. We'll try to film it when we're on the ground to show you, but from the air you can see the vulnerability there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so this is what travelers look for, the human traffickers and drug traffickers. So you see the wall there, how it ends at the. I'm going to jump in the back now, Mike. Let me zoom in there so you guys can see that. You can see how the wall just ends there. That's where they look. Hang on. Sorry guys, sorry about that. So we're coming up on the Hukumba